Good morning, students. Welcome back to our online class. Already we have started continuity and differentiability, and I have got a WhatsApp group that you want some questions to be explained from exercise 5.2. So I have selected two questions, first question and second question. Before starting this question, I would like to explain about the continuity of a function at a point and in interval, as well as the general condition of the continuity. A function is continuous at a particular point. Fx is continuous at x equal to c if and only if limit x tending to c minus, that is left hand limit of the function, equals to limit x tending to c plus fx, and it is nothing but value of the function. This is the first case. Second case, fx is continuous in open interval AB if and only if it is continuous at every point of A and B, not at A and B. And third one is if and only if fx is continuous at every point C belongs to AB, and it is continuous, fx is continuous in closed interval AB if and only if it is continuous at every point between A and B, left continuous at A and right continuous at B. So these are the some important concepts, and it is continuous generally if any function is defined, if it is continuous at function, if it is continuous at every point of its domain. So these are the basic concepts which we have to use in the continuity or in this exercise. Continuity of the function at point if left hand limit, right hand limit, and value of the function is equal. Function is said to be continuous at a point. It is continuous in open interval AB if it is continuous at every point which lies between A and B. Function is continuous in closed interval AB if it is continuous at every point between A and B, continuous from left at A and continuous from right at B. Then we say that it is continuous in closed interval AB, and a function is said to be continuous function in general if it is continuous at every point of its domain. So this concept will be, these four concepts will be useful in exercise 5.2. Now I am going to explain the questions. These two questions are selected because the concepts of both the questions are different. In first question you will see fx is given, it is greatest integer function, and there are three parts in this question. We have to check its continuity at x equal to 0, at 1, and at 1 by 2. So 1 by 1 we shall see. The question number first part. If you want to check the continuity at x equal to 0, you have to prove that the value of the function at 0 slightly more than 0, and if the value of x is slightly less than 0. All these three values are equal. Our left hand limit is equal to right hand limit equal to value of the function. So what is the greatest integer function? Fx equal to given x. So just I am explaining that its function, if its value is given 4.3, it is taken as 4. The nearest integer will be taken. If its value is given minus 0.3, then its value will be taken minus 1. Left to this, whatever the number is written, just see which integer is left to this value. Left to this 4.3 is 4. Left to minus 0.3 is minus 1. So this concept will be used to find the values. This is the definition of greatest integer function, that if x is positive number, then what will be the value? nearest value, integer value, negative, then also the nearest integer value will be taken. And if whole numbers are there, suppose it is 4, then it will remain 4 itself, 5, then 5 itself. So at x equal to 0, continuity at x equal to 0. So what will be f0? F0 will be nothing but integer 0, that is 0 itself. Now limit x tending to 0 minus fx. So 0 minus this, we have to take the negative values of x. So this value will come minus 1. And if I take limit x tending to 0 plus fx, means you have to take positive value, then it will come 0 itself. You may see these three values are not equal. f0 and right hand limit is equal, but left hand limit is not equal. So since f0 equal to right hand limit but not equal to left hand limit, so fx is not continuous, at x equal to 0. Similarly, if you want to check its continuity at x equal to 1, so at x equal to 1, how will you check the continuity? The second part, at x equal to 1, what will be f1? f1 will be greatest integer function 1, that is 1 itself. Limit x tending to 1 minus, this value will give 0, because if value is slightly less than 1, it will be 0.9, 0. Likewise, so nearest integer will be now 0. And if I take limit x tending to 1 plus, this will give 1. Again, you may see all these three values are not equal. So since f1 is equal to right hand limit but not equal to left hand limit, this implies fx is not continuous, at x equal to 1. Now we shall check the continuity at x equal to 1 by 2, the third part of the first question. The third part of the first question is at x equal to 1 by 2 we have to check. At third part, x equal to 1 by 2, what will be f1 by 2? That will be integer 1 by 2. This will come 0, nearest integer. Limit x tending to 1 by 2 minus fx. This value will be also more than 0 and less than 1. So this value will also come 0. And if we take x tending to 1 by 2 plus fx, so this will also come 0. Because if you take slightly more than 1 by 2 or slightly less than 1 by 2, then also it will remain lesser than 1 and more than 0, and its nearest integer will be 0 itself. So it is very obvious that value of the function, left hand limit and right hand limit are equal. So this function fx, first function, is continuous at x equal to 1 by 2. So since f1 by 2 equals to RHL equals to LHL at x equal to 1 by 2, this implies fx is continuous at x equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, we shall see the second question. Here the concept is different. Here we have to check overall the continuity of the function. Only the definition of the function is given, but it is not given that check the continuity of the function at this particular point. Instead, we have to check overall the function is continuous or not. So it is continuous if and only if it is continuous at every point of its domain, the fourth point of the condition. So now we shall come to the second question. Second question is function fx is defined here. So we shall check its continuity at 3 points. If a general point we shall take which is lesser than 0, we shall check its continuity at 0, and we shall check its continuity for the point greater than 0. So if all these three cases are covered, means we have covered all the points of the domain. Because fx equal to given x and x square, conditions are given there. It shows that the domain of this function is all real numbers. So this function will be continuous if it is continuous for all real numbers. So case first, question number 2, case first. If x is greater than 0, what will be fx? Fx will be nothing but x itself. What will be left hand limit? Left hand limit equals to limit, let c greater than 0. So what will be fc? Fc will be equal to c itself, and left hand limit will be c limit c minus x tending to c minus fx, that also will be c, and right hand limit if you take, that will be equal to limit x tending to c plus fx, then also it will come c. If you take c greater than 0, so slightly more than this value or slightly less than this value, that all will remain positive itself and nearly the value will be same. So this shows that function is continuous for every point, which is, this implies fx is continuous for all c greater than 0. Now we shall come to the second case. In second case, we shall check if x is lesser than 0, then what will happen? If c is point which is lesser than 0, then what will be fc? Fc will be a negative number, but it will be c itself. Left hand limit will be equal to limit x tending to c minus fx equal to c itself, and right hand limit will be limit x tending to c plus fx, this also comes c itself. So this implies this function is continuous at every point which is lesser than 0. So this implies fx is continuous for all c less than 0. Means less than 0 means for all negative numbers, greater than 0 means for all positive numbers. Now we have to prove that function is continuous at 0 also, because for all negative numbers we have proved. We have proved for all positive numbers and only 0 is left. So now we have to prove that it is continuous for x equal to 0 also, then we can say that this function is continuous. So at the third case will be at x c equal to 0. Now our next case is case 3. Case 3 will be at c equal to 0. So what will be f0? First one will be applicable, that will be 0, equal to fx equal to x, that will be 0. What will be left hand limit? Left hand limit equal to limit x tending to 0 minus. 0 minus means slightly less than 0. This concept will be used. Fx will be equal to x square. But if you take the value of x smaller, square will be still smaller and this will be nearly 0 itself. Similarly, if we take RHL, that will be limit x tending to 0 plus. Again we shall use the upper definition equal to x, and this will come nearly 0 itself. So you can see at x equal to 0, all these three cases comes. We have to find the value at 0, we have to see its value slightly lesser than 0, and we have to check for the value slightly more than 0, and still the value comes 0 itself, all the three values are equal. So this implies fx is continuous at x equal to 0 or c equal to 0. Since it is continuous for all the elements of its domain, so we can say that fx is a continuous function. So since fx is continuous at every point of its domain, its domain, hence it is a continuous function. Hence it is a continuous function. So likewise, you can solve all the problems of this exercise, and if any doubt comes, you may send it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.